Hello, hello. Welcome to Simulacra Studios presents Vampire the Masquerade Burn It Down. I am your storyteller, Scott, and these are my lovely players, who I will bring on the screen now.
Hi.
Wow.
Yes, it's
Hi.
you.
It is us. We're so beautiful. Hello, everyone. My name is McKenna, and I'm going to be playing Cadence, the gangrel, who might be feeling guilty about killing someone. Might.
We'll
We'll
see.
see. We'll see.
Oh.
Roman?
Hi. I'm Austin. I'm sorry.
No
I'm
problem.
uh, literally just got off work. Anyway, hi. I'm Austin. I'm going to be playing Roman Semenov, a Hekata gangster.
All right.
Very original concept.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, it's me, Mo. I'm gonna be playing Willow tonight, and you know, oops.
Oh, man. It shows how much I'm on TikTok when I hear the word oops and I immediately think about like some things that happen on TikTok. But anyway, so
Oh.
James will not be able to join us tonight. James, a player of Alex Malkavian. He's had a personal emergency crop up, so we wish him the best.
Mhm.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started with a bit of a measured way. The first thing I want everyone to do is roll a rouse check for me as the night begins,
Okay.
Okay.
just to see how everyone's hunger is at.
I did good.
Yeah, I did a good as
Oh my
well.
god. She's still not hungry.
Still not hungry. Oh
This.
man.
I know.
That person that you fucking Capri Sunned, that really hit the spot.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you do, Willow?
I'm not hungry,
Not
but
hungry.
I'm
Okay.
not hungry-er, but I'm still hungry.
Okay. So the beast does not rouse in any of you. However, your first thought that when you come into and you may or may not be aware of this now, but you've done the Vauldery recently. So the
Mm-hmm.
first thought you have is a member of your gang.
Mm-hmm.
It just pops into your head. So what I want to know from each of you is who is that thought of, and what is that thought? So we'll start with Cadence.
Um. Cadence's is actually Willow, and her thought is I told her to be careful. I told her these people were more dangerous. Why didn't she take that seriously?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Roman, your connection to these people is very low. You've just
Yeah.
done the Vauldery with them for the first time, so this isn't as pressing in your head, but it is still a thing that happens. The first thing that you come up with when you sort of tamp down your beast, and then your conscious mind comes online, and you think of one of these people who you've just met.
Uh, yeah. I think I think of I think of Alex actually, and specifically his speech. I kind of wake up with that in my head
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
as he made us gulp down Vauldery juice.
Oh boy,
Um,
friendship Kool-Aid.
yeah, and so yeah, I think that's the strongest thought I've got in my head
Okay.
as I'm getting dressed and getting ready for the evening.
And what about Willow?
Yeah. She's probably thinking about Alex. She is, I don't know if she's feeling guilty yet because we haven't rolled that
No, we
humanity,
haven't just
but
yet.
she's definitely thinking about, like, man, I wish he could be happy when I do things for him.
Nice.
Because she's selfish.
Yeah. All right. And with that thought out of the way, the next things that sort of come into your consciousness after you've had a brief stint away from being a conscious being is the events of the previous evening. Now, what I'd like everyone to do is I would definitely say that Willow and Cadence have a stain.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Um, uh, yeah, I think they would have definitely have one stain on their humanity. I will leave it up to Roman whether he thinks the sort of. I don't think Roman did anything to violate any of the convictions or the tenets, but it was a pretty rough night.
Yeah, it
So
was a rough night.
I am going to leave it to you, Austin, to determine whether or not Roman has a stain as a result of sort of the collective badness that was last night.
Yeah, I think he is going to take one. Not for anything he did during the shootout, but for the nature, just the grisly nature of the body disposal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Actually, I probably should take a second one for that if we're gonna be perfectly honest.
I will leave that up to you.
What happens when you fill up your empty stain boxes?
When you fill up your empty stain boxes, it really doesn't. So the way these rolls work is you sort of have to kind of envision the character sheet. You've got your humanity, which goes
Yeah.
from left to right,
Mhm.
and then you've got your stain boxes, which go from right to left.
Hmm.
Um, what you roll is the difference between those two.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Basically, and if your stain boxes are completely full, you just roll a die,
Okay.
and you are looking for a single success on any of those dice.
I
So
see.
we have rolled for humanity at least once
Mhm.
before during this campaign. Is that
Mhm.
stain still there?
No, that stain is gone.
That stain is gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
after this roll, these stains go away,
They go away.
regardless of what
Okay.
happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna resolve Cadence first.
Yeah. Go on.
All right. And just another thing that's going on in her head is it's not necessarily that she killed someone because she's still sort of on the fence about whether or not it was necessary,
Mm-hmm.
but also because she told one of her touchstones she would not engage with these folks and she did anyway, and that
Right.
also makes her feel
Fair enough.
real bad.
And just a reminder, I believe uh, you did have that opportunity to raise your humanity,
Yes.
which I wanted to clarify that you didn't have to spend XP for that.
Okay.
So if you
Cool.
want to have risen your humanity, I believe back up to 6,
Yeah,
you could
it's
have done
there.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
All right.
there now. So.
That's not how that always works. It's just I like rite of cleansing. I think it's cool, and
Yeah.
to have that be
No,
sort of a one-time thing, I thought was
Okay.
cool. But anyway,
Yeah.
how'd you do?
I passed.
You got one success. Okay, so what this means is that you feel really bad. Like
Mhm.
you do not shrug this off. This is last night was bad.
Mhm.
It has made an impact on you, and that's gonna flavor how you go forward.
Mhm.
But your humanity does not decrease. All right, we're gonna go to Roman next.
I got at least one success.
At least one success. So yeah, once again, you feel terrible about the events of the previous evening. And not only do you feel terrible about this, but you see in the shadows of your little room here, you see figures just sort of looming over you with like pale, dead eyes coming out of the darkness. Like you like snap on a lamp and they're gone. But you sort of still feel this sort of chillness in the area, and you are shaken by that and what happened last night. What about Willow?
Willow failed that roll and
Okay.
is going down to humanity.
Yeah, you feel fine. Everything was fine. You were
I
justified.
feel like everyone is being a little bit unappreciative
Mm-hmm.
of the things I'm willing to do for people.
Yep.
God, it's so terrible.
Oh no, it's the worst possible thing to happen right now, but I'm loving it. So yeah, no,
Oh, God.
you wake up totally self-assured that you did the right thing. All right, so yeah, each of you are in this. To describe Roman, the place where they have led you to sleep for the evening. It is in the basement of that warehouse, and it's actually through a pretty well concealed secret door in one of the office spaces. And it leads you down to a kind of place that Roman's probably pretty familiar with, like kind of a speakeasy area. Kind of like just secret backroom bar.
Yeah.
It's pretty well appointed with some old furnishings as well as a bunch of new furnishings. It's got, kind of a nicely appointed sitting room. There's a nice bar area that doesn't really have any liquor in it, but it's still nice. And it has a couple, maybe about a half dozen secure, like asbestos line, completely, contained rooms in which you can make sort of a secondary haven in.
Okay.
So yeah, so one by one, you all trickle out into the main sitting area, but Alex does not join you. Like, you guys give each other enough time to get ready, and it just he is not coming out of his room.
I'm gonna go in there and check on him.
Yeah, you open the door and you see him, and he's there. He's in his room. Like, you hear the sound of music in his headphones that he has on. And like, you pull him over, and just his eyes are blank, and he's conscious. He's not like in torpor or anything, but he's just not in. The lights aren't on.
She's like snapping in front of his face and stuff, and like, oh. Hey, Cadence, can you come here for a moment?
Cadence is gonna shamble in like, what?
Cadence, has he ever done this before when I like wasn't around? He's not moving. I shake him.
No. Cadence will poke him a little bit.
Yeah, he's, like I said, it's not like he's in torpor, so he's not like a corpse. Like, he does like twitch a little bit when you poke him, but there's nothing going on in his eyes.
Are we gonna chalk it up to like
I
mean, we really didn't get to talk about what happened. Like, is this because of where you guys ran off to? Listen, I'll just like cover him up with a sheet, like whatever. But like,
let's give him a bit and see if he comes out of it. It might be a milk thing.
Yeah, I'll just like turn him on his side. What am I talking about?
Just leave him.
Puts a blanket over him.
We don't want to make it worse.
Oh, God, yeah. Ooh, they both leave that room, just like.
Yeah, just close the door.
Alex isn't gonna be up right now. He's sleeping.
You all right?
He's in some manner of Malkavian trance.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've heard about those.
So.
Yeah, we're just gonna give him some time.
He'll probably wake up.
Yeah.
Fuck. I really wanted to get in contact with the girl, the asylum people, but I'll just look through his phone. 1 second.
Maybe we should just leave him for a second. We can.
I mean, I like just want to know if they're all right. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably worth knowing. Alex.
Yeah, I just want to know
sure.
if yeah.
I mean, I don't know him that well, but he doesn't seem unreasonable. I've certainly encountered more ornery Malks.
No, he's good people.
So you're gonna get his phone, Willow?
Yeah, I'm gonna get his phone. Is his phone properly locked?
It is. Go ahead and give me an intelligence technology roll.
That's what I was gonna say.
This isn't gonna be hard for you because I'm pretty sure you've worked out some degree of like backdoors and whatnot between you, sort of just in case.
Look over this guy's shoulder enough because I'm fucking nosy. 3.
Yeah. You're able to pull some exploits that you like kind of like half mutually arranged, just because you might need to, but it shouldn't be as easy as like you have an unlock code, just
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want to be forced to do it,
Yeah.
but you know how to get in. So yeah, you're able to get him. You find his contact list, and you're able to decipher who you need to send a message to.
Yeah, I just send a message, like very short, very curt from his phone.
Hmm.
Is everything all right?
Um,
Um, and then I'll be keeping that phone by me just in case.
Yeah, it doesn't take too terribly long. You get a response back, and it's a link to the IMDb page for the film All Quiet on the Western Front.
Well, good news. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. They're all right. What on account of All Quiet on the Western Front, a classic movie that I've
All
never
right,
seen.
Hate that movie.
that's
Okay.
good, I guess.
Well, that puts all right, then that's good. So cool, awesome, excellent. Um,
Hmm.
she puts the phone back. I'm just gonna like check the internet for a minute. I hope you guys don't mind.
Go
I just
for
want to
it.
see how well last night went over on my people's end because I had them, you get it, right? And she
Gotcha.
goes and gets her laptop while we're all just sitting in the middle and is like, let's see how bad it is.
Okay, yeah, so that's going to take a little bit. You want to be careful about getting in contact with them and sharing that kind of information.
Yeah. And
So
even just like on like the surface internet.
yeah, so that's going to
Like,
take you a little bit to sort of get a full picture on.
yeah.
So Cadence and Roman, what's the conversation like while she's doing that?
Well, Cadence, right?
Yeah.
Uh, how are you? How are you holding up?
Uh, eh.
Yeah, yeah, I feel
Eh.
pretty too.
I just I'm and she looks at Willow because she like thinks that like she doesn't want to say some things that she thinks Willow should hear while Willow is distracted,
Mm-hmm.
but she's like, I just
Maybe now's the best time.
I'm not those folks were dangerous. There's no question in that. I'm worried what the fallout is gonna be.
Yeah, that's not unreasonable.
Like, I get it. Some people you got no choice, self-defense, something's got to be done, but I think the bigger fish that we didn't necessarily or that we aren't necessarily any better off with because of that.
Yeah. Yep.
And she looks down at her phone and pulls up a text to go to Reagan saying that, hey, we're all still alive, I guess, because she promised she would.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, yeah, no, it was a colossal cock up, but what are we gonna do about it now? Except keep an eye on how things go in the future.
Okay.
Nothing we can do.
All right. Yeah. So she responds back pretty quickly, and she says, "I'd really like to know what went down, like in detail. Can I come over?"
Kaden says, I'll go to you. New people. Yeah, she says, can I go to you? Got some new folks at the homestead.
Um, she says, "Hold on, I'm thinking about whether or not she would be able to do something."
Mm. Don't worry, just calculating some spheres. Don't worry about
Yeah,
me.
basically.
Right?
I know.
Um, I'm actually gonna make a roll for her. she responds back with, "Did you pick up anything?"
Um, Cadence is
Willow did pick up
gonna
something.
say, because she knows that Willow took the laptop last time,
Yep.
and she's like, "Okay, Willow,
What?
did you snatch any of the shit?"
I took a computer. It's in a lead box in my fucking van.
Okay,
Why? Wait, why?
curiosity?
You don't want it, do you? I kind of want it.
No, I just know you got the last one last time, and I know you
Yeah.
kind of it's like a candy store for you. You and the
Oh, you
weird
have no idea.
And she's gonna text back. Willow took a laptop.
She says, "Can I have a friend look at it?"
Uh, yeah, no, she's gonna say yeah. She's not gonna wait for Willow's okay on that. She'll be like, nope, nope, that is 100% okay. You know what you're talking about.
She says, "Sorry, I had a feeling."
Mm-hmm. And she's gonna say, I lied. Can I borrow it?
The headset?
No,
The
whatever.
computer and headset combo?
Yes.
I wouldn't take it out of that box if I were you.
I promise I will not take it out of that box.
Why? 1 second. Let me. What are you doing?
Ugh. My sister wants to look at it. You know, the one who told us it was a mage deal, because she is one.
Do wizards want to look at my headset? Okay.
Well, wizards made your fucking headset, so yes.
Did wizards make my headset? You know,
I'm 90% certain that wizards made your headset.
now that I'm thinking about that headset, I think wizards might have made that headset.
Yeah, Roman. How's Roman reacting to this turn of phrase that getting
making headsets? Wanna give me the cliff notes on that?
Okay, so remember last night when we went to the place so I could meet with my sister, she is a mage. She can do magic. She determined that those hunters we offed last night, their equipment was made by people with magic. That's why I was so worried last night. 'Cause it's fucking magic.
Is it a particularly large minefield to ask you to define magic?
Like, I mean, I personally haven't seen a lot of what she can do, but she materialized out of thin air in our haven once and almost fucking killed me accidentally with fucking summon spirit bullshit. So,
oh yeah,
lots of stuff.
Spirits. This place.
Not like ghost spirits,
No.
like nature spirits.
Never mind.
Like came down from the moon and shoved my hand full of dirt type of.
I wasn't there for that one. I can't confirm or deny whether or not that happened.
Alrighty. Well, and
I mean, if she,
your sister wants the headset because it was made by other wizards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Life is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sounds like it.
Aren't you happy that, you know, the guy who sent you down here put you up to all this? Chris, who sent you up here? Well, who sent him up here again? What was the name of his patron? Theobel. Aren't you glad Theobel put you up to this?
I don't totally regret it yet.
Oh,
But I'm
well,
like halfway there, and it's only been a night.
day two. Yes, your sister can look at it, but I'm very serious when I say she probably shouldn't take it out of that box
I'll
unless
let her
she's
know.
like in like a clean sort of room. I
Mhm.
It's not like I don't trust her magic or whatever. It's just like from a professional standpoint, like I don't want anything from the outside touching that box. You
No,
dig?
I get you. I will pass that along. And Roman, don't worry. I have regretted coming down here on at least 3 separate occasions since I came down here. So
Oh
you are
God.
not alone.
You should
All
have
right.
seen me the first 3 months I was here. I was a fucking disaster. It was great.
Well, I'm about a third the way through that, and I'm not a disaster yet.
Oh,
We
so sweet.
will try. We would like to try to make sure that moving forward with things, we will any loudness will be
And
outside of our control.
we we already hashed that out.
So, anyways, I guess I got to figure out how I'm getting this to her. And she says, "Yeah, you
Do you
can."
do you want her to come over? I mean, she could look at it like in my van, or I could take her to my office or something, and there's a place there that she could look at it that I wouldn't feel bad about.
She's going to look at Roman. Say she's been here before, but she hasn't met you. And I will let you know right now that if she does come over and anything happens to her because someone found out about her from you, there will be issues.
I keep
Oh
my
yeah.
mouth shut. I
Golden.
don't want to piss off the wizard.
All right, and then she's gonna text Reagan and says, "I changed my mind. You can come over."
Okay. She says, "Okay, bring my friend."
Is she coming here? Tell her to meet me at my office. Or
No, she's coming here.
she's coming here.
She's been here before.
I'm just like I said. I'm worried about her opening the box, Cadence.
Is she just gonna she's just gonna poof here? Or
No, we're
she's
going
taking a car.
upstairs. We're gonna be in the back. We're gonna be in the garage. That's where my van is.
Alrighty.
Cool. So sorry, Roman. I promise it's not like this all the time. This is just like sometimes. Like you just caught us on like a busy couple days. Most of the time it's like, EDM parties every night and whatever.
I don't
But
I don't know what that is. Is that a drug?
It's music, supposedly.
Music? Oh, okay. Okay.
All right,
All right.
so you guys head up to the sort of the more officey parts of the
Mhm.
warehouse.
mm-hmm.
Uh, Willow, I will say that you've been able to get not a complete picture of what's going on from last night, but you've scanned the news stories, you've made some preliminary contact with your people, and they make the news says that there was a shooting at in a office in the parking lot of an office building in Buckhead. It doesn't mention the asylum because it's not really called the asylum. It's just but it's
It's called
the
something
name. The
else.
name of the club is left out of the report. They
Mm-hmm.
There it hasn't been reported that anyone has died.
Good.
Um, it looks pretty like it sounds from the way the reporting goes. It sounds like some shots were fired. No one got hit. Police are investigating. Your people get back and basically like give you the surface level of everything's good. There are some complications that are being managed.
Okay, well, keep me updated on those complications. Okay? So I can throw someone else's money at
Indeed.
it.
So yeah, you guys get up to the upper level, and you're heading from one office area through the main area up into the more public office place that you guys have set up. And when you guys kind of start getting into the main area, you begin to hear kind of like a pretty like low key but steady knock on the front door of the
That was pretty
establishment.
fast. That was fast. Cadence, you want to go answer the door? I can't
Uh,
believe it. They jumped the fence. How rude.
Not quite teleport fast, but made good
No.
time.
I mean, honestly, I wasn't
Yeah.
there for the teleporting, so I don't know.
Cadence is gonna go over and check to make sure it's them, and if it is, then she's gonna open the door.
Yeah, you look through like the little looky-loo slot, and it is Cleveland.
Oh, bastard. Okay. She's going to open the door a crack and say, "What do you want?"
Hey, Cadence, what's up? How you doing? Crazy
Shitty,
night.
you.
You know, better been worse. Crazy fucking shit went down, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, that's neither here nor there. That's your business unless it's, gonna be business. So,
We
but
killed some hunters. What's it to
cool.
ya?
Yeah. You should definitely talk to the Baron about that.
I believe I sent him a text last night.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm here.
Okay.
You need to talk to the Baron about that, but a couple other things, hence the personal appearance.
Okay.
I wanted to let you guys know collectively that the black box is in town, and you got a message. Actually, I think you got a couple messages on
Okay,
it.
where do we find that?
It's gonna be at the Dead Channel.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. So also word on the street is that you maybe have a new gang member.
We're making friends with the new guy in town, yeah.
Cool. So this isn't me. This isn't even the Baron, but we're hearing it through channels. You know how the prince wanted to meet you when you all showed up?
Yeah.
She's gonna want to meet him too.
Gotcha.
Like we've been getting that kind of verbiage. So
Right. Okay. Yeah,
like,
no, I'll let him know.
I mean it I'm just letting you know that you're probably gonna hear something official.
Gotcha.
So we just didn't. No surprises, right?
Yeah, no surprises. Anything
Cool.
else?
Nothing. Just things are things are hopping down at Dead Channel. So probably later tonight you should
All
come
right,
by.
bye, Cleveland, and she shoves the door in his face.
Wait, that was Cleveland? Open the
Yes?
door back up.
No!
Who's Cleveland?
Oh,
Cleveland
he's
is the
this little
Baron's
fucking rat.
coterie mate. He kind of runs messages for him.
Oh,
So Willa, do you open the door for him? Or you?
I do. Like she goes, but then like Kane's like blocks her. And
Yeah, no, she's not letting Cleveland in here.
They play back and
She's got
forth
a
in
touch
front
phone
of the
coming
door.
over.
Yeah. You mean you like you can tell that Cleveland knows like that there's stuff going on, so he's not leaving immediately. He's like,
She's just gonna shout. She's like, "Cleveland, we're busy. You gave us your messages. Get your ass out of here."
Now he's gonna stay even longer. You know exactly how he is.
Fine,
he's
you
like,
can take care of
cool.
him.
I'll be going.
need me to talk to him?
He's not going anywhere. Do you want to talk to him? You
I can
met
talk to him
Cleveland.
real quick.
He's fucking delightful. Go talk to him.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah,
He's
I'll
a
go talk
fucking
to
little treat.
him. Sounded like some of that might have been pertinent to me anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I go to the door and I open it up.
Yeah.
I step outside and I close the door behind me.
Cool. Yeah. So when you open it up, you step outside. You see there's a guy. He's standing kind of like in between like the chain fence entrance and the entrance, like he was walking away, but like he hears you and he like spins around and says like, "Oh hi." Cleveland looks like he is like just out of high school, real dirty. He's got sort of a Vietnam era army jacket on, ratty jeans, faded T-shirt, and he looks like your kind of stereotypical punk kid.
Mhm.
And he's all like, "Yo, hey, haven't seen you before. What's up, Cleveland?"
Go on, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Roman.
Hey, Roman. Oh, okay. So Roman. Yeah, I heard your name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. So you're new in town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess yeah, no. So we've heard through the channels that we've got that the prince is probably gonna be asking for you. She likes to kind of get a one-on-one with everybody, and you don't have to do it, but it'll probably be smoother if you do.
Okay.
So
Say Cleveland.
yo, what's up?
You'd probably know better than I do.
Yeah,
You've been here for a while, right?
hot minute. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, do do all of the anarchs just do what the prince says? Because that doesn't sound like a very anarch thing to do. At
No,
least
no,
not
man.
where I'm
It's
from.
it's not like okay. So I mean, it's not like you're being like and you come. It's not like that.
Okay.
It's just we
Mm.
got a very tense, very kind of a non-aggression thing going on.
Okay.
And this
And
isn't like you coming to her court and being forced to bend the knee or anything, or like she just likes to have she just likes to see people's face, and that's all it is. See your face. She wants to know you. She, you don't have to do it, man. No one's making you do it. All we're saying, and we in the sort of me and the Baron and the people who kind of manage this sort of shit, is that it's smoother if you do.
okay. Okay.
It
Uh,
causes less bullshit. It just this is like probably one of the only times you'll ever have to deal with her.
hmm.
It's not a regular thing.
What kind of again? You being the expert,
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
been
yeah.
here a long time. What kind of enforcement arm she got?
Oh, yeah, no, she's got no fucking joke. There's this guy Hancock. He's been kind of off the streets for a little bit, but he's still around.
Okay.
And he's got a squad of Billy boys. And there's been a fucking one of them Ben Hakim that have been rolling around.
With them?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, from what I heard, a bunch of them are joining up.
Oh, I see. I see. All right.
So yeah, so it's kind of like it's weird. The intelligence isn't perfect. Like we don't know if this Hancock guy, Nos guy, we don't know if he's still like sheriff, because this Bena Hakim guy's like been doing sheriffy things.
See. I see.
But we don't know. They're both still around.
All right.
So yeah, I wouldn't fuck with them.
All right, Cleveland. Thanks a lot.
Cool, man. Yeah.
Uh,
So like, heads up. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm saying we've heard you're probably gonna get a visit sometime
I,
tonight. Someone's gonna be tracking you down.
I understand. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate the heads up.
Yo, man, it's all cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, no one's stepping on your neck here.
Right. Right.
I mean, they're
Probably.
probably gonna try and step on your neck, but we're not the boot.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably best to just do it. All
Hey,
right.
bring back up if you feel like you need to.
Nah, that won't be necessary. These things go over pretty smoothly generally, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like if they feel like they're being obeyed, they tend to like be a little bit looser on things, and then you can.
Give you a longer leash, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about that.
Hmm.
I don't know about that. But they don't look at you too hard. They don't look at you harder if they feel like did if they just ask for one thing and you give it to them.
Yeah, it just easier. Just easier
It
that way.
can be. It can
I
be.
understand. Yeah. All right. Well, look, it was great meeting you.
Good meeting you too, man.
And I'm sure we'll be seeing each other around
Yeah,
at a
I
later
make the.
time. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of dominate with that at a
Okay.
later time,
Okay.
just to make sure he leaves.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna have to make a contested roll on that.
Sure.
Because he is a vampire and he's not stupid.
Yeah.
Jeez, the fucking life.
Let me check my sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. And it was it's gonna be is that manipulation and dominate?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Manipulation and dominate. Alrighty. Oh, that's a crit.
All right, yeah, he's like,
So 4
yeah, man,
successes.
see you later, and he just turns and walks away.
Take it easy.
Mhm.
I'll turn around and walk back in.
Cool.
Is he gone?
Did you get him off our property?
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay, good. Because when I said if anyone finds out about Reagan, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah. Nah, he's not going to be an issue.
Good.
Oh, good.
But yeah, you can see why we have some concerns with stuff here in the city based on that little request that was made of you.
Yeah. Well, it might be best for me to go ahead and handle that anyway, because I heard that somebody might be dropping by, checking in on me specifically, and we definitely don't want that to happen while you've got your sister.
Yeah, but we also got some messages on the black box. It's here in Atlanta. They got it down at the channel, and I got a report back to the Baron about last night. So we got a busy night ahead of us after visitations are taken care of.
All right. So let's see. Willow, you want to handle the black box situation?
Oh, yes. I actually need to.
Well, I'm going to need at least one of you in the office with the Baron with me when we report in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because that is like rule number 1 is you don't talk to the Baron by yourself.
Probably best it not be me.
Actually, yeah. I mean, he knows you're affiliated with us now, but he doesn't know, like, right now you're just visiting.
Yep.
Right now you're just visiting.
She hasn't come up with you, probably because she doesn't want to fuck around with mages. But you do. But Ileana is still here with you. Like she's available for that purposes as well.
Okay, cool.
We can also take our MVP, Eliana.
I don't know. You know how the Baron felt about Alex, and because of the whole Sabat thing. I don't know if me showing up with another one of them would be smart.
I mean, I'll go. I mean, I'm gonna be there for that box. I've got to know what people are talking about, and I just have some shit I have to say.
Yeah, no, we can nothing saying like you can't do both. We can check out the box and then we can talk to the Baron.
All right. I fucking hate Dead Channel.
Same.
Anxiety.
All right. So, you guys wait a little bit, and eventually a car pulls up outside, and you see you can look across the parking lot and see that there are a couple of people waiting at the fence.
I'm gonna go open my trunk.
Yeah, Cadence is gonna go out and get him, and then she would also like to make sure that Cleveland actually isn't around.
Okay. Cadence, you can give me a wits investigation roll.
Okay. Can I just say, like, I know there's a logic to how these skills are organized on the thing, like their physical, social, mental, but it always bugs me that they're not in alphabetical order. I'm like, what crap's investigation? And I was like, oh, it's not. Yeah. Which is entirely a stupid complaint, but it messes me up all the time.
Incidentally, I had forgotten to rouse earlier for Dominate.
Oh, okay.
I went ahead and did it, and I'm fine.
Okay, cool.
That is 5 successes, no crit.
5 successes. Yeah, you basically pace around the area. You look for rats, because he's probably a rat if he's anything, and you don't find anybody.
All right, so then she goes up to the fence and lets them in.
Okay, so Regan is there, and I've described Regan before to Roman. So Midwest girl, looks like she got the hell out of the Midwest. With her is a young man, looks very high school age, wearing kind of cargo pants, a very, very high fashion tank top. He's got earphones on, short cropped but brightly colored hair. and he has like a full hiking backpack on.
I'm just gonna look at him with a look that just does not hide the fact that she is questioning every visual decision he made with this person tonight. And she says, "All right, come on in. My
Uh,
friend's got the stuff out in a car."
she's like, cool, yeah, that'll work. So yeah, she comes out. She follows you to where the car is, where the van is. Guy follows, and you guys kind of like got a covered in like
Mm-hmm.
area for like loading and unloading. So it's not you're not in open sky when
Yeah.
you're doing this. So yeah, so they come up to the van. Reagan like waves hi to Willow, and like kind of looks over to Roman.
Roman, this is Reagan, Roman, people, other dude, people.
She's like, yeah, this is Mickey D.
Mickey
Roman's
D.
Roman
Love
smiles
it.
at Reagan. Nice to meet you.
So
Doesn't
funny.
Yeah,
smile at him.
like cool. So she's like, she looks over to Willow and says like, so it's in here.
Yeah. So it is in this box. I'm going to suggest we tip it over on its side and then you peer in. I'd rather it not be
She's like,
open for too
I'm
long.
gonna let him take care of that.
Are
Uh,
you a savvy man, Mickey D?
he just kind of smiles at you, like undoes the straps on his backpack, like very delicately sets it down, starts unzipping, and like starts pulling out multiple laptops, um, like different types of gear, like this like the biggest weight of it is like a portable backup battery backup. Um,
I'll get you a power strip.
he,
Good people. Good
he's
people.
like, nah,
No.
nah, like
Oh.
this isn't running on ACDC. Um,
Oh.
so yeah, he just like he starts setting up like his gear, and it is you're surprised at how much shit he pulls out of it. It's a big backpack, but like he doesn't stop pulling stuff out of it for 10 minutes.
Willow's impressed.
Reagan, I love your friend. Mickey D, you're a man of taste and quality.
He's like, yeah, like he kind of like smiles, and then he like fiddles with a little electronic doodad on his lapel, and it makes uh, this kind of weird, kind of semi-electronic whooshing noise, like whooshing in and out. I don't think any of your characters would know what the TARDIS sounds like, but it's the TARDIS
Certainly
noise.
not.
No.
Uh,
I barely
Madison
know.
would.
yeah. But anyway, yeah. So he like just he starts getting to work. Um,
I trust this man.
and Reagan was like, "Yeah, when we're fucking with these guys, so remember Reagan what I said about like the other side?
Yeah.
So Mickey here is from a faction of them that broke away a couple decades ago.
Oh, okay. So he's okay, I can respect that.
Plays with the same sauce, but doesn't believe in like tyranny.
Okay, he's cool.
These are, these are wizards. huh?
Jive.
Yeah. I should mention that. Yeah. No, we're like the people we took that from didn't know what they were using.
Yeah, they work that way.
So.
But yeah, so he is just like going from machine to machine. He hasn't actually like touched the box yet. He's just sort of set things up around the box.
Hmm.
And then he says, "All right, well, give me a second." And then he sits down next to the box, puts a hand on it, pulls out a cord from one of the machines, and you're not sure you're not sure how he does it because there doesn't seem to be like anything on his head, but he just shoves it into the back of his neck. And then his eyes just go wide, and you can swear there's like sparkles or some sort of light that's sort of behind his eyes as he just sort of goes into a small trance.
That's fucking weird.
I fucking love his setup.
Really weird.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, it takes maybe about a minute, and he comes back and he says we should destroy it.
Right now?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's hot.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine it
Can
probably
we just
is.
smash it, or is that like too mundane?
I'll probably have to incinerate it.
He says, I can take care of it.
Okay.
He says, you might want to back up, particularly if you have any like phones on you.
Yeah.
Okay. I do.
So
Backing up
how
commence.
much will you EMPing this right now damage the hardware?
I am rendering it to atoms.
Like irrevocably. Son of a bitch.
We're gonna talk a little bit after I'm done this, but it's happening in the next 30 seconds.
Go on, fuck.
All right, back it up.
So yeah, he
God
takes
damn it.
one more piece of equipment out of his backpack. Just sort of puts it on top of the box itself. And it's kind of like this squat black box. And he just sort of attaches electrodes down to the bottom of the lead box. And then presses a button on top of the box and runs. Like he runs like to the distance that y'all are at.
Oh.
And within a couple of moments, the box, it just sort of, it kind of looks like it's burning, but it slowly crumbles, and then it's just a fine pile of gray dust.
God damn.
Well then.
She's like, yeah, he's so whatever that was, assuming it was a piece of like IT stuff. Yeah, something was watching it. You hadn't turned it on, right?
No.
Okay,
I
good.
put that shit right in that box and left it there.
Good. That's real good. That's real smart. But yeah, do you have any of others of this sort of stuff?
I mean, yeah, but I'm pretty sure I destroyed that one too. I was researching another one separately.
Cool. Well, you're not. This place isn't a crater. So.
I mean, I am a professional.
No. I mean, I dig it. I mean, I respect the lead box thing. Working on your level, that was smart. But yeah, so maybe don't fuck with those guys anymore.
I mean, they were just, picking us up off the street and killing us. It's fine.
We hope to not do
cool.
so again.
Yeah. There's like way more at stake, but I'm gonna head out. Don't fuck with those guys anymore.
Got no plans to.
When you were scanning it, there was like nothing extra you could give me off of that thing. Nothing.
There probably was a lot on it, but that's not my concern.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Cadence. Love it. Awesome. Cool.
That like him and Reagan kind of like share a look, and Reagan says, "Willow, I know this is probably like really frustrating for you."
Oh yeah, no, I killed a dude for that, so yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
She kind of like pauses for a second.
Let me walk you guys back to the car.
She's like,
"Fuck." Whatever, it's fine.
No, well, I like I said, I know this is frustrating for you, but I just the people that we're fighting like I know you guys have your thing going on, but the people that we're fighting are like super in control of everything, and they call you people reality deviants, and you are like on an extermination list for the people who control like government and finance. Um, and
They're working on it.
yeah,
They're
so
already just picking us up off the street. They're working on it. We know.
it can get a lot worse.
Well, maybe one day all of us will just, walk into the sun and disintegrate. Who knows? She's very frustrated.
Right.
Yeah,
She's
Cadence
like,
is like sort of trying to
Reagan's
usher
all
them
like,
toward.
we're gonna go.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So he packs his stuff back up,
Mhm.
and heads out.
And as they're walking away, Cadence is gonna pull Reagan to the side for a second. Just gonna say, yeah, things went real bad last night. I tried to communicate that we just needed to dissuade those people enough to leave, but things went real bad, and I'm sorry.
Did it have anything to do with like what happened in Buckhead? Like the TV is saying that there was a shooting.
Yeah, there was a.
Great.
Yeah, no, it was not great, and it's not gonna happen again. My intent was just to try to watch what was happening and make sure it didn't escalate on their end, but things escalated in a way that I did not expect.
Well, I'm glad you made it through.
Yeah.
Just this is real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just call me if anything happens with that sort of stuff again.
You'll be the first one.
Cool.
And I did try to tell him or communicate how much shit could possibly go down. I guess I didn't do a very good job of that. I'll try to be better about it in the future.
It's okay. It's like I gotta go. I got a thing.
Yeah, no, we got things to have a good night.
You too. And they head through the fence and drive off.
Fucking Willow is shop vacuuming up the remnants of her stuff, just like.
Oh my god. Cadence wanders back around. It's like, all right, so we got to do dead channel. Roman, did you want to head over to the Prince preemptively or wait till they came to pick you up?
Well, now that our guests are gone, I don't see any pressing need. I just didn't want them to show up while your guests were here.
You know, I'm not going to force you to come down and do bear and suck up work with us.
Well,
it's up to you.
No, he should probably come.
Yeah, I'll go with you guys. It's not really in my interest to go hang out with the cam.
Oh, I'm sure someone will come and just fucking pick you up. And that's what they did with us.
Jenks.
Oh, God.
All right, so you guys get ready. Are you guys gonna gussy yourselves up at all? Do any preparations before heading over? What's your plan?
Gussy up, Cadence. No, she's heading over there, unbrushed hair and torn up clothes and all.
Something nice.
Yeah, he'll just Roman will just put on like a button up and like some suspenders and just coat over it. And
how tall is he?
Roman. About 6'3". He's a big, yeah, he's a big dude.
Good, don't worry, you'll be well outfitted soon.
Are you just gonna give Madison's wardrobe to him?
No, not Madison's.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we're going to take our break a little bit early right now, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back soon.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Welcome back to Simulacra Studios Presents Vampire the Masquerade Burn It Down. When last we left our kindred, they were headed off to Dead Channel, what counts for an Elysium amongst the Atlanta Anarchs, to have some various business dealings. So yeah, you guys take the ride up to Chambly. How are you getting? Are you all piling in the recently involved in a federal offense van,
No.
or how are you getting there?
No, that van is gonna have to be deep cleaned, so we're not taking the van. We're just gonna like take my Prius. Sorry guys, we're not traveling in style today.
Nice.
I mean, it gets us there. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
This is way more spacious on the inside than it looks on the outside.
I know.
A lot of room, yeah. Yeah, Ileana does not come with you for this because she doesn't want to.
I don't blame her in the slightest.
I don't either.
But yeah, no, you guys head up. It's in Chambly. As I have described Dead Channel before, it is like the first chapter of Neuromancer brought to life. So very cyberpunk, very stylized, dirty, but in a curated way. So yeah, you guys head up there. It's pretty kicking tonight. A lot of people are here. A lot, like, scanning the room, you can tell that there's a lot of activity going on tonight. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of familiar faces here. If anyone would like to roll a with insight.
Let's see.
Have anything to lose by not doing so.
Yeah. It's not a great roll, but I'll try.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
I don't
one.
think I know too many people, but I might know a few. Let's see. Whoops. All right. Oh! What?
What? How many?
Okay, so crit first of all.
Okay.
I got another 10 on top of that, and then a 9.
Okay.
So
damn.
Yeah.
Total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Okay. Cadence, you rolled a 1?
Yeah.
And you got 1. Okay. All right.
How
Yeah.
is Roman the most important person here?
Yeah.
Did my homework, I guess.
So, Roman, you kind of get the mood of things. You don't know the players. You don't know a lot of the people in the city. But you know a hot room when you walk into one. You know a room that, is not it's not your average night here. And you're able to sort of looking at everybody's faces, knowing what you were able to put a lot of things together really quickly. More people are here than are normally here because of what happened last night. Obviously they weren't able, some people are here because the asylum was closed last night, and some people, and they wanted to go out, and some people are here because they have an idea about what happened at the asylum last night, and they want to know more. They want to gossip. They want to know more. They want to see if something needs to be done about it.
As they're walking in, Cadence is going to send a text to the group chat that just says, "I don't care how much you fucking like it. We're not talking about Harry Potter tonight."
I respond, "I don't even read those fucking books anyway."
Nice.
Good, we're on the level.
Thought they were movies.
Everyone was like, "There's books?"
All right. So, yeah. So, like I said, there's a lot of familiar faces here. A lot of, even Roman, you're not familiar with a lot of people, but you can kind of tell the look of, all right, yeah, there's vampires here. You see the sort of the segregation, the people, you wouldn't doubt that there's some feeding going on right now.
Yeah.
It's just a really, really hot, kicking night here at the Dead Channel. So yeah, what are you guys doing? What's your plan?
Questioning my choice of dress.
Yeah, there's a couple people here dressed like you, but it's to use a Shadowrun term, there's some people playing Johnson tonight. But most people are decked out in sort of more cyberpunk appropriate gear. Man, like, okay, talking out of play for a second. Dead Channel is my fantasy because the closest place to this in Atlanta is called Little Trouble, and it's like a cyberpunk aesthetic
Nice.
bar, but it's filled with a bunch of yuppies.
Mm.
So like no one there buys into the aesthetic. Back into it. Sorry. Um,
Is there a? Don't suppose there's a doorman here to take my coat?
You could just leave your coat in my Prius.
Yeah, I guess so. So I do that, and we walk in and scan the room and everything.
yeah.
Let's see.
You should probably find the box first.
That is the first thing I'm doing.
I will separate myself from them and go mingle.
Okay. Yeah.
Go be
Okay. So
charming.
you head out amongst the crowd. And yeah. So Willow, you're heading for the box.
100%.
Okay. Yeah, the box actually, sort of paradoxically, it's not held in the lower levels of the club.
Mm-hmm.
It's held in kind of one of the more VIP upstairs, like looking down on the dance floor areas. Um, and you make your way up to there, and the guy who kind of is the gatekeeper for the box he's a very tall, kind of lanky African American gentleman, um, kind of in pseudo militaristic clothing, but still has the cyberpunk aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
And he is just sort of sitting in front of the door to this sort of VIP box, and he kind of clocks you. You recognize him. He recognizes you. And he says, "What's your business tonight, Willow?"
Oh, I'm just waiting. I just want to see if there's any messages for me.
He's like, "I think there are."
Good. Is there a line?
There's someone in there right now.
Okay, then I'll wait.
Cool. He's like, "So, what's the scoop? Haven't been
On
in
what?
Atlanta for a couple of weeks."
Oh, chaos as always.
Mm-hmm. Anything?
I'm not sure what you want from me. Do you want something specific?
Just
You want
some.
to hear about my house, my boyfriends? What is it? Go on.
He
I
kind
don't
of
think I have anything for
He
you.
rolls his eyes at you, and he says, "No, I don't want to hear about your fucking personal life, Willow."
Good.
He's just like, "Tell you what,
What's up?
I would like to ask you a question after you
Okay.
get your messages."
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Did you listen beforehand?
Are you with her, Cadence?
Yeah,
Okay.
she would have gone to.
He's like, "That's not how we roll.
Gotcha.
But I know who sent you one of your messages."
Ooh.
Let's just say he doesn't do the whole loose lip sync ship thing. He's kind of chatty. So I'm real fucking curious.
I mean, we'll trade some favors maybe. Let's see what the news is first.
Just a question, that's all I want.
We'll see. I mean, it really
I
depends
mean,
on how
just
bad
because
this
you
news
let him ask a
is.
question doesn't mean you have to give him an answer if you don't want to.
But that's not as fun, Cadence.
Just saying.
He's like, "We'll see."
Well, yeah, we'll see.
So Roman, you're down on the
Mhm.
dance floor. You're mingling. Are you looking for something in particular, or are you just
Uh,
trying to be seen?
I'm just I do feel like I'm trying to suss out any kindred specifically. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people I don't know,
Yeah.
and I feel like I have a lot of catching up to do, and so I want to try to uh, meet as many people as I can. Especially now that any hope I had of laying low is
Oh
just
yeah.
blown away in a van. Um,
Uh huh.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
I'm gonna let your roll ride because it was such a good one. You can clock a couple of people.
mhm.
Like there's a couple of people sort of, in the prime booths, with a couple of people around them. There's a couple of people sort of in the shadowy corners of the room. That sort of it's more about like where they are than what they look like. Like it's along the lines of like
Yeah,
if I were holding court in a club like this, where would I be? And you
yeah,
see like there's one. If I were being a shadowy motherfucker, where would I like? And didn't want to be completely invisible. Where would I be? Okay, there's a guy right there.
yeah.
So yeah, you like I said,
I'll approach a table.
you'll approach a table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you get to a table, and there is a very fit looking man. Um, he's got kind of a gym shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
It says Vinings CrossFit. Uh, 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 BST CrossFit Vinings. Um,
Oh.
and he is just like talking up a storm to a couple of very attractive young men and women, who he's doing the kind of the casual Adonis thing of just letting people fawn all over him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I I approach and just kind of give a nod to the head honcho at the table.
He kind of looks up to you, um, and he sort of whispers to one of the men, who's beside him, uh, and then he like turns to one of the other people who's just like kind of hanging off of him, and he just says, "Fuck off." And they like kind of blanch a little bit, but they both of them head out. Like they went like, and he indicates the seat across the table.
Sure, and I take that seat.
He's all
How do you
like,
do,
"Doing well."
Roman Semenov? I extend to shake his hand.
He's all like, "Sean, good to meet you."
Likewise. So uh, I'm there's no two ways about it. I'm new in town and just looking to make some connections.
Cool, man. Cool. You work out?
Uh, from time to time.
Cool, man. Cool. I dig it. I dig it. Well, he kind of like taps the logo on his shirt. This is like, "We're open 24 hours, man."
Cool. Uh,
He just kind of smiles. He's like, "I'm fucking with you."
yeah. Well,
He's all like, "Yeah, man. Me and my group, we run up in Vinings. If you're new, you probably haven't gotten there. It's not exactly in the heart of things, but
yeah, yeah. Well,
we
what?
got we got what you need."
Okay, okay. That sounds good. Uh, what are you? What are you doing here this evening? Uh, with no offense intended, doesn't exactly seem like your kind of place. To be fair, doesn't exactly seem like my kind of place either.
He's like, "You know what? The establishment has its preferences, in terms of aesthetics and but you know what? Tonight, I think it's just a place to be tonight."
Hmm.
He's like, there was some action last night, so I think everybody's keeping their ears open."
Oh, some action. Oh,
Yeah, you wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
where was it? Shit, I could use some action.
He kind of smiles and is like, "What's your poison?"
Oh.
Oh. Used to box.
Ah.
Ooh.
He's like, "You're talking to the right guy.
Oh yeah.
If that what gets your blood pumping, my friend, we have a couple of places that might be up your alley."
All right. Well, definitely got to let me know, and I will definitely be sure to stop by and visit next time I feel the urge to punch something.
We uh we got uh we got punching bags of all stripes, you know.
Yeah, I think I do.
Cool, cool. So yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. If that's your poison, then we can set you up. But that's like I said, that's why I'm here. If you wanna make a friend and you know something juicy, I'm all ears.
Well, a little too new for all that, I'm afraid. But
Oh,
I
don't
will.
be coy. Don't be boring.
Oh, well, I'll have to keep my ear to the ground. Uh,
All right. I get you. I get you.
but I'm definitely hearing what you're saying.
Cool, cool.
Uh, and so yeah, I just kind of shoot the shit basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
He kind of calls his people back, and gets back into just really kind of like it's kind of disgusting after a little
yeah.
bit,
Not I'm not
because
really
like
into it.
yeah, after a couple minutes, like he's just there to have them tell him cool things about him,
Hmm.
and it really it does kind of get like a little grating after a bit.
I'll I will I'll throw in some compliments as well. Just
He soaks him up.
yeah, just to make sure that I made a positive impression.
Sure, yeah.
Just be like,
Go ahead
hey,
and
that shirt looks great.
go ahead and give me
Went
a
to like,
charisma persuasion.
Yeah,
like, hey, your delts are looking fucking ripped.
yeah. What do you do for that aside from being dead?
Hey, mate. Hey, mate, you on the protein?
Let me see. So
More like the iron.
charisma and persuasion.
Feeding restriction only people who are just hopped up on steroids.
Only people who are
Jack.
fucking jacked.
As someone who's ripped to shit. All right.
Sorry, you're too puny.
All right. That's 4 successes.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to extricate yourself from the conversation relatively assured that you've left a positive impression.
Cool.
Super funny.
All right, so back up in the upper levels. Someone comes out of the room.
Mhm.
It is Quinn from the Red Trap group over in West Side,
Hmm.
and she just
Alright.
kind of like nods and heads on her way.
Hmm.
All right then.
Hot turn.
We sort of. Does he let us in?
Yeah, he lets you in.
Good. All right.
All right, let's
I'm
see.
so excited. I'm so excited, kids. You know I love getting mail because
Yeah,
it's always something bad.
yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
No.
I hate getting mail. It means
Always
people are
something
paying
bad.
attention to me.
Oh, that's true.
So-
That's true. What does it say?
So you have 4 messages.
I get some
Well,
paper.
like actually, so there's one message for the Cabbage Town group,
Mm-hmm.
like just sort of collectively.
Uh huh.
There's one message for Cadence,
Mm-hmm.
and there are 2 messages for Willow.
Cool.
All right, let's look at the group one first.
Yeah. Let's look at the. What does the group one say?
The group one um, is a list of numbers.
Okay.
And Willow, you are able to very easily identify these as bank account numbers.
Who's it
with,
from?
routing information, and uh, and like now you can't like print anything from this or like put in any USB drives or anything like that. Like you literally have to copy this shit down if you want to
Yeah,
hear
she
it again.
does. Much
Cadence
like
is
Mo.
copying that shit down too. That is very relevant to how she sustains her
What
lifestyle.
the? Who the fuck would? So does it just say bank account numbers?
Like on the first page, it's just bank account numbers. You
Uh huh.
page to the second page, and this is like a DOS terminal. Like this
Uh
is
huh.
not a GUI. This is
Mm-hmm.
literally like you have to enter in commands.
Mm.
There's like a little post-it note that has like kind of like the commands that
Instruction.
you need to the instructions that you need to follow in case someone doesn't know how to use fucking DOS. Because there's two
Password is
camps.
sunlight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
password is sunlight. There's two. It's very bloodlines. There's two camps. There's people who don't even know what DOS is because they're that old, and there's people who are super young and don't know what DOS is.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a sliver of people who
I
know how to
might
use
actually
DOS.
fall into that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think Cadence would be in the camp that would be like familiar with that OS.
Nice.
Given
So yeah,
her age,
so you page down to the second level, and there's a couple more numbers there,
Mhm.
Okay.
and there's a short line of text that says. Uh, it says riches from your boy, and it's signed Smiling Jack.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna weep. Thank you for the fat dosh. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh, I miss that old scoundrel. That son of a bitch.
Um, so
Did he
yeah,
tell
that's
you it was
that's
childish?
what that message is all about.
Oh,
Mhm.
I cannot wait to see how much is in here, Cadence.
That.
Do you want to go first? Want to read your stuff?
Yeah.
I'll take a step back and just really soak this in. You go ahead. I don't want to invade your
Gotcha.
privacy.
Thanks. Cadence opens hers with a mix of trepidation and curiosity.
So this is a message. It's very short. It's from Malthus, who is the Tremere that your brother contacted up from Boston.
Right.
And it is essentially a time and a place in uh, it's the Atlanta Greyhound station
Mm-hmm.
with a date and a time.
Awesome. And she's gonna look visibly relieved, and she's like, okay.
And it's on it's January 3rd.
Okay. So she writes that down, or it, puts it in her phone or something, and she's gonna be like, all right, this is that dude I got to come look at the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
We got a date for that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Is he like coming to like look or coming to take it away forever?
He's coming to look. Like I got friends up in Vinings to keep the mirror around for just a bit longer so we could have someone else take a look at it.
Fair. Okay.
So
that'll be fun.
no, the mirror still belongs to who it belongs to. It's just these guys got it.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna give it the once over for us.
All right, we're gonna head back to Roman for a little bit. So, are you still mingling? Still mixing? What's the agenda?
I'm going to. I forgot to mention it to Sean when we had spoken, but I do want to get his impression of the fact that I was asked to go talk to the prince. Like, is that normal? I was told it was normal from one source, but
yeah, he kind of like, yeah. This is before he would have sent his got his people back, and he's all like, yeah, that's pretty normal.
And you guys just do it?
And the anarchs are weird, man.
Aw.
He's like, some do, some don't.
Okay.
He's like, I'd do it if I were you.
Yeah. I just I can't help but
Look,
I
you're going into the lion's den, but it's an opportunity.
well,
Bitch doesn't just fucking head out on the town. Like you're never gonna meet her unless it's in front of the silence tribunal, and you're up for a fucking masquerade violation.
I think about that.
Like
Yeah.
we don't mingle. We don't go to their fucking Elysiums. We don't. And hey, if you got reasons not to fucking want to go see her, that's fine. But politics aside, she's a major fucking player.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. All
I
right. I just wanted to get your take on it.
Yeah, that's my take.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Uh, I'm gonna head out and I guess get ready for a meeting.
Cool. All right. So you're like
Yeah.
you're just basically making yourself visible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So shortly after you kind of like put yourself out there, uh, there's a visible chill that comes into the room. Like the conversations just sort of take a moment to pause all at the same time. Uh, and you can quickly determine it's because of who just walked in the room. Uh, the person who just walked in the room is a tall, uh, very well dressed Middle Eastern gentleman. He's got very tight goatee, short cropped hair, wearing just an immaculate suit. And he just sort of stands at the entrance and scans the room, and the conversations start to resume, but there's a change in the air of the tenor of it. No one is there. There's less shouting. There's less laughing. Uh, the tension is palpable, and he just seems to he scans. Like I said, he scans the room, and he heads up to the bar.
uh, well, if I was with anybody, well, let me see. So I I am interested in that, and I'll bite. I'll go head up to the bar as well.
Okay. He is having a fairly normal conversation with the bartender. Um, it seems to it's involving business arrangements, is what you can tell. They're just having sort of a very calm, very tense back and forth about like security arrangements, some financial. And when you step up to him, he kind of looks very intently into the bartender's eye, and the bartender just gives a curt nod. And then he turns to you and he says, "You are Roman Semenov."
Hey, you beat me to it.
Mikhail bin Hakim.
Kyle Ben Hakim. Nice to meet you.
He says, "I was hoping to find you here."
What luck?
He says, "Her Excellency Prince Adelia would like a moment of your time this evening."
Well, I'm looking around. Everybody stopped talking when this guy came in. And he's still in here,
Mm-hmm.
unharmed.
Mm-hmm.
unharassed in any way.
Yep.
I'm confused. And
These
That's
so
Atlanta
so fair.
anarchs are weird, man.
yeah, yeah, and like it's at that moment that it finally sort of clicks the things that Theo Bell was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The weirdness and stuff like that. And so uh I'll play along for now and say all right, I can I can spare a moment.
He's like he stands and just sort of motions for you to head out.
Yeah. I'll step outside.
Okay. There is a uh, very, very upscale uh, Hummer, Humvee,
Mm-hmm.
parked. Uh, you know how some clubs and restaurants will, when a particularly fancy or exciting car gets pulled up into like when someone comes there in a particular car, they will put that car in front of the establishment to just
Oh
sort of
yeah,
show it off.
yeah.
It's in that parking space,
Mm,
Mm.
okay.
the kind of reserved for the fanciest car in the lot parking space as a status symbol
Yeah.
for the club. And he he kind of he puts a hand in his pocket. There's the doors unlock. Uh, one of the doors opens as someone comes out from it and holds the door open for you. The back door, one of the back doors.
Yeah. Wow, they pay you a lot, huh?
This is one way or another.
All right. Well, I hop on in,
Okay.
and yeah.
Yeah. The he follows you in, so the two of you are in the back seat. The person who was in the back seat it goes into the passenger seat up front. So there's a driver, another guy, and you and Mikkel in this car. And the driver pulls out of the parking lot and starts heading downtown.
Now is this one of those?
Pepperoni.
Is this one of those I'm seated in the middle and there are two big
No, no,
between?
no. There is just you and Mikhail in the back seat.
Okay. All right.
Um, uh, yeah. So the car starts heading downtown.
Yeah. I'll strike up some conversation with this guy. I feel like I'll probably get some chances to later, but
Hmm. He says, "I want to thank you for being reasonable."
mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no problem.
He says,
I'm a pretty reasonable guy.
Know that you are being extended hospitality for the evening."
Mhm. No, I really appreciate that.
This is a simple formality.
Yeah, yeah. I I hear that that's just what people do down here.
He says, "We are in a delicate situation in the city, but I'm sure you can have
Oh
that conversation with the prince."
yeah, that's probably for the best. So, how long you been at this? Not not to not asking like your age or anything, just
Hmm.
this job specifically.
He says, "What job do you think I have?"
Well, you are going out of your way to get me on behalf of the prince. So my guess is deputy.
He kind of smiles and he says, "I serve at the pleasure of the prince. Let us leave it at
Right,
that."
right. I mean, we all do, don't we?
Not all of us. I mean, not you.
Are you sure? Kind of feels that way. That's just the impression I've gotten because You're only the second person that's come to me tonight telling me to go talk to the prince. The other one was an anarch, or at least I thought he was. But like I said, I'm new in town.
He's like, well, if the situation is unclear to you, by all means bring it up with Her Excellency.
Okay. All right.
So back at the club,
Mm-hmm.
Cadence and Willow are in front of this janky ass, uh, IBM gray brick.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
love it.
And so you've got two messages left.
All
Oh,
right,
it's
let
all
me.
you.
All right, good stuff. Let's see how much trouble I'm in. I
Uh,
open up the first one.
okay. The first one, it's another short message. And it says, uh, the bells toll for Caesar. And it's signed Salvador. That's what the message says.
She is like very like, oh,
You okay over there?
oh yeah. One second. Let me
Okay.
just check the other one real fast before I make a big scene in this room.
You know,
uh,
March is only a few months away.
mhm. So, the other one is from a clanmate back in LA.
Oh boy.
And it is essentially giving you kind of the rundown of the clan doings over the last couple of months. She lets you know that Abrams is gone, that Nelly has taken his slot as the Baron of Hollywood, um, and that the 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 older half of the family is really getting its roots in. And there's kind of a notation that through some circuitous uh, um, backroom dealings, just based off some like you kind of have to strain your memory to remember it, but there was kind of like a betting pool going on for like who'd get who if there was ever a shakeup, who'd end up where.
Yeah.
And it turns out that based off some clever prognostication and just sort of reading of the room, you have a minor boon from Nelly.
Good old Nelly. She was always a stand-up bitch. I loved her.
So yeah, and those are your messages. So while you have the box, are either of you going to try and send any messages?
Yeah. I oof. Okay. I wanted to try to get a message to someone close to Salvador. Um, I would like to essentially just code in that we are dealing with the I word.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there's two I words. One of them is more obvious that it's here than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Are we not dealing with both I words on
We are
some
dealing.
level?
We are dealing. Actually, that's actually a funner way to say it. I should say it. We're dealing with two I words here in Atlanta, and that I would like them to send another unrelated person under the radar to me.
Okay.
I want someone whose loyalty I can 100% know isn't influenced by anyone from this city, and that I can keep just a little bit secret.
Okay.
Um, that's what I'm going to ask of anybody. And that's my big message. I just want to
Okay.
get the I word rolling, you know.
Okay. Cadence, are you going to be sending anybody anything?
Um, she's uh she's just gonna send like a general shout out to whatever friends she has back in Boston. Just,
Okay.
hey, I'm still alive. Hope you guys are too. Get wrecked, bitches. Something like that.
Cool.
just general fuckery. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
important.
Oh, it's pretty bad, Cadence.
What?
Those are really bad messages. First one was the best one. I'm glad we led with that one.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
mine was
yeah,
okay.
so you guys finish up your business, head out. There's someone else waiting to come in. And this guy, after you head out and they head in, says, "We still good?"
Sorry, what? Still good on what? A question?
Question, yeah.
All right, go ahead. Shoot your question.
And he says, "What the fuck is Jack up to?"
Um, Message didn't say what he was up to, but he's up to something. He always is.
All right. Tell you what. I'm gonna let you know why I'm asking.
Yeah, clearly you know something I don't know. And honestly, what did he do? Did he fucking blow something up? Who'd he kill?
No, well, I mean, yeah, but
I mean,
no
come on.
more than to be expected. So Jack has been handing out the candy for about a month now.
Okay.
And a lot of dots are getting. This candy is.
Is it
A lot of
questionably
real.
procured candy?
I don't know. We don't know. We know that we can trace some of it back to some really fucking old. I hesitate to call them accounts, but places in Europe, places that Jack ain't particularly welcome.
Yet he has his fingers in it.
Yeah.
Nice.
What the fuck did he do?
He's like, something's going on, and it's raising a lot of fucking questions.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
How much money?
You're not there, shush.
I know.
He's like, it's a lot of cash, but it's more than just cash.
What else?
Favors. Favors from places he has no reasonable way of getting them from. Old favors. So,
My God.
I think
Didn't get anything on that, but did. He did say hi. Oh, what the fuck did he do? What the fuck did he do?
this is.
What the fuck?
Do you know him?
Jack?
Do you know anyone who knows him? I don't mean like you fucking had a beer with him or whatever.
Jack would hang out at the Taste of LA all the time. He wasn't welcome for too long because he'd start shit, but he was welcome.
Fair.
Yeah, everyone chops a head or two with Jack and regrets it immediately.
Yeah. All right. All right. Just be careful. He's handing out the good stuff, but
What comes along with it?
That's the question.
I know. So curious. Well, did that answer your question? Do you feel satisfied?
No, but I don't expect anything else.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, cool. Well, next time in town, maybe we'll know more.
Ooh, I hope so. I hope so.
He's like, and he kind of like just sort of motions you to be on your way.
Yeah. Hey, Keynes, we need to talk in the car.
Can we do that after we do the Baron thing? Because I would like to get that out of the way as soon as possible. It's not going to be fun.
Oh,
Since
man.
we're here, I'm not going to go outside and come back in.
Okay, yeah, let's just do it real fast so I can just get out of here because those are not.
All right, so are y'all heading downstairs?
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna try to. I guess if the Baron wants to talk about the incident, we can talk about the incident.
Okay.
You're just there to make sure he doesn't play any mind tricks, obviously.
Don't worry, he'll play mind tricks on both of us. You know, I'm very susceptible to these sorts of things.
Yeah.
So, Roman,
Mhm.
the car makes its way downtown, and it actually makes its way to the Georgia Aquarium, which, do me a favor and do a quick Google search for what the like interior of the Georgia Aquarium looks like, because I want you to have it in your head.
Cool. I will do that.
There's some pretty iconic set pieces in the Georgia Aquarium.
Let me just pull up the old Google.
But yeah, you come in. Come in through sort of the service entrance, kind of the loading dock area, and you are led through the back rooms, and you're led up to kind of an upper level, and into the ballroom, which it's a place where sort of big charity performance area performance pieces, big time corporate events. It's pretty upscale. But the most striking feature is that one entire wall of it is just a single sheet of glass, behind which is water and sort of this gigantic tank filled with marine life. And he leads you to kind of an area close to that wall where there's a couple of chairs just sort of set out. And he says, the principal will be with you shortly. Do you need anything?
No, I'm good.
This is very well. So he doesn't leave the room, but he does kind of go and waits by a door. And as you're waiting, it's maybe about 5-10 minutes before something happens. And what happens is a large, bigger than even you've like heard of, like could have like a shark swims past the the tank, the wall of water. It's very dimly lit. Normally like the light of the sun comes down and like it's open to the sun. So it's very dark water, but this big shape comes out. And it sort of swims by once, swims by a second time, and its mouth opens, and a woman swims out of it. And then the woman just sort of swims off to the side of the tank. And a couple of minutes later, she walks out of another door. She's a very tall, very slightly built woman. Um, very blonde hair. It's just short of platinum. It's very tightly cut. She's still a little wet, but she's put clothes on. Like she's clearly dried off and put clothes upon, but her hair is still wet. Kind of can still smell that smell of fish and water on her. And she walks from the door um, to the tank where the shark is still just kind of circling, and she just sort of taps the glass slightly, and the shark swims away.
Mm-hmm.
And then she turns her attention to you.
In between the time
Mm-hmm.
when she was like out, she's out of the room and like just away. Roman's just like, all right, princess.
Extra much.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
All right, and so
Love it.
and so yeah, she comes in.
And she turns her attention to you. And now that you're sort of in her personal space, regardless of what you may feel about her, you cannot deny like uh, her countenance. She fills the room with her being. Um, and she says, "Mr. Semenoff, I presume."
Right.
"I am Prince Adelia Pietrozun. Welcome to Atlanta."
Thank you.
She says, "Thank you for coming. I really do appreciate being able to have a face-to-face meeting with everyone in the city.
Sure, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I? Of course, I'm not expecting you to go through our procedures or whatnot, but it is truly appreciated."
Good, good. Well, uh, I got a question.
"By all means."
Since I have you here and everything.
Hmm.
Uh, the anarchs here. They they don't really cause any problems for you.
Oh, they cause no end of problems for me.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But Atlanta, how familiar are you with the history of the city? Recent history.
Mm, not tremendously. I'll be honest with you.
Atlanta was the southern jewel of the Camarilla for many years, until it was taken from us by the Sabbat, the end of the last century. Very
Mhm.
brutal. Horrific, one might say. They held it for a time, and then my sire, certain others, including anarchs, banded together to take it back. It was truly something to behold. I assisted, of course.
Sure.
Of course, back then the relationship between the Camarilla and the anarch contingent was tense, but not anything like it is today. But we worked well together. We pushed the bastards out. Well, most of the way out. Out of everywhere that matters in the city. And then Prague happened.
Right. No, I'm familiar with that chapter.
Who isn't? Regardless, If I were to put my finger on it, I would say the fact that many here, Camarilla and Anarchs, went through what we went through with the Sabbat and then the rise of the Inquisition means that there's reluctance to follow suit in the conflicts that are playing themselves out elsewhere. Many kindred here, Camarilla, Anarch, fought and bled with one another to take back this city. And when we're faced with the continued threat of the Sabbat and the threat of the Second Inquisition, cooler heads prevailed. So I understand. You're not from here. I imagine things are much more contentious elsewhere. And we're not friends. We don't attend one another's gatherings. We don't have social functions other than brief ones. But we understand that if we're at each other's throats, then the Sabbat and the Inquisition will tear us apart.
I see. Well, I can't deny that it makes a lot of sense, what you're saying and all.
I'm glad to hear it. She says, I really just wanted to get on a face-to-face base with you, Mr. Semenov. I understand you have family in the city.
Yeah.
Of course, they are not a part of either of our organizations. Well, our organization, what you have.
Mm-hmm.
She says, I hope that you understand why things are the way they are here, and that we don't have to ever see each other again.
That'd be swell.
Good. Can I do anything for you, Mr. Semenov? Something to leave a pleasant impression upon you before we part forever?
Well,
Get back on the water. That was pretty cool.
sure. Yeah. So really thought about telling her to go get eaten by a shark, but
She's so beautiful, you can't.
yeah, no, I think we understand each other pretty clear.
Good. Well, Mr. Semenov, if there's nothing I can do for you, I simply wish to bid you a pleasant evening.
You as well.
She holds out her hand.
I will make a very weak roll to resist. Whatever there's some kind of discipline going on here, yes?
I'm not making you roll anything. She's simply putting her out her hand,
All right.
palm down.
Then it will be a simple. All right. Well, he looks, shakes it, and
she just kind of gives you the most polite Southern smile she can.
Oh, bless your heart,
lady.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She doesn't say it, but it's the smile. The smile says it.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Fucking icon.
So, yeah, I will conclude my meeting here, and I'll let Mikhail know that I can secure my own ride.
He says, by all means, he does not. He stays with the prince. Someone escorts you down to essentially like the rideshare area.
Yeah.
Where whatever ride you want to arrange can pick you up.
Sure. I will. Basically, I'll order a ride share. Uh, I'll have him drop me off at a random place, and then order another one from there
Okay.
to take me back to home base.
Okay, so you're heading back to the warehouse.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, back at Dead Channel.
Mm-hmm.
Cadence and Willow, you head down the elevator down to the office level.
Not
Uh,
emotionally prepared, Cadence,
mhm.
at all.
There are quite a few people down here tonight. There definitely seems to be kind of action going on. Um, uh, Someone sort of looks up to you and just points to the office of the Baron.
Kane's just gonna look at Will and he's like, "You're not the one he's gonna be yelling at."
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure I've done something. I'm always doing something wrong.
Oh, whatever. Let's just rip off this fucking band-aid. And she rolls her shoulders and cracks her knuckles and heads on in.
All right. So you head in. Tran's on the phone. He's talking in Vietnamese to somebody very quickly. Little bit of animation in his voice.
Mm-hmm.
And he just sort of like holds up a finger, finishes his conversation, puts the phone down, and motions to the chairs in front of his desk.
She's gonna sit down in one of the chairs, like cross-legged, and like just very informally, and just like, "All right, let's get this over with."
Oh, good. Cadence.
He's all like, "Yes, let's start with what the fuck."
Yeah, what the fuck? I wish I knew.
Well, from what I hear, you have more first-hand experience with what the fuck.
Well, what we did was we went over to the asylum to check on out of character. What's the lady's name again?
Vicky is the head of the asylum
Vicky.
in Atlanta.
I was thinking Vivian for a second. I was like, I know that's not right.
No, there's that's another person.
Yeah, and she's like, to make sure Vicky and crew were okay, and
They weren't.
Well, they weren't. The Hunter dudes had organized some sort of rally outside the
More like
asylum to try to
riot.
draw him out.
The Hunter
And-
dudes. This would be the Axel brothers that you'd been
Yes.
talking to me about.
Yeah.
Yep. those
Yep.
are
All right.
the ones.
Yeah, so the Axel brothers. I was in the I guess the security room with Vicky and her crew, and I don't know exactly why. Like, I legit do not know why, but the protesters they had assembled outside to protest this club started throwing fists. And then we heard gunshots, and at that point things were out of control. So we did our best to contain what we could without making it worse than it had to be.
Yeah, that was pretty good, Cadence. That covered most of it.
All right. Well, how'd the gunshots start?
Fucking mystery. But guns were brought out. It was like a riot.
Yeah, no, I have no idea how
Willow?
the riot.
There's
Oh my god, I can't say.
nothing.
I need you to roll resolve subterfuge, please.
Okay, let's go. Resolve. All right, 200 dice. Come on, baby. Listen, I understand that you're not good at lying, girl, and I just need something. Work with me. 1.
Mystery guns were brought out. And
Would you like to spend a willpower?
Yeah, let me see where I'm at. Willow's gonna have to really start doing something soon because she is not looking great on this. All right, she's gonna have to fucking get on her feet. All right, so non-hunger dice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Two. It's not great.
Okay.
This is an intelligent man. This is what he does. There's no way. Fuck.
He just says bullshit. Look,
I mean, shots were fired. All right.
Willow, listen.
Shots were fired on. They had fucking like gun.
Willow, this was my job. This was my project. I asked for this. Please,
so Cadence,
Yeah.
you were in the control room
Yes.
with Vicky,
Yes. Alex and I.
and Alex was there.
Yes.
Who else was with you?
It was me, Alex, Vicky. They had some security people there. That pretty much covers it.
Now I need you to roll resolve subterfuge.
He only asked who was with him. He didn't with her. He didn't say who was outside. She told him the exact truth. For
I'm so sorry, Willow's putting y'all through this.
It's fine. What was that
It just
again?
keeps happening.
Resolve subterfuge.
Resolve and subterfuge.
Nobody does.
Could I argue for manipulation and subterfuge?
You can.
Awesome. I am 100% okay with this. Ugh. Ooh, that is a much better roll for me. That is 5. Not a crit.
Oh yeah.
5.
That's better.
Would you like to spend willpower?
Oh,
You like to spend willpower?
5 successes.
I'm just asking.
No, why not? I'm good on it. Yeah. That makes it a crit for 7.
For 7, okay.
Yeah.
Full dice. I'm
He
sorry.
says-
You're okay.
All right. So that was who was with you.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you, Willow?
Oh, I was out in the midst of it, watching everything. No.
He
People
kind of
got
looks
shot.
back to you, Cadence. Is like, oh, so I guess you meant that was all that was with you in the room.
That's what I thought you were asking.
I was fucking waiting in a van. Fuck.
He
Listen, shit got wily.
he
but
says,
we
look,
cleaned it up to the best of our ability. I put in a lot of resources to make sure that it wasn't as nasty as it was.
Mm-hmm.
he says, look, I understand. You're coming in, shit got crazy. This isn't a happy, fun conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. But this is the fucking Inquisition we're talking about.
I know.
I got you.
I'm not here to rake you over the fucking coals. I'm here and we're having this conversation so we can move forward together and keep our people safe.
Got you.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
So let's stop playing fucking games.
Well, there are no bodies, so at the very least, you don't have to worry about that. And there is no CCTV footage of anything that happened.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I guess we'll just chalk it up to a mystery about how things got how the ball got rolling. Is that what we're gonna do?
Okay. So, out of character, Cadence has no idea that Roman was the one who started that riot. She is is legit baffled by that turn of events.
She probably thinks that maybe enough. Well, no, because there was a riot, then there was gunfire. So yeah, she wouldn't know that.
Yeah, she's like, listen, I want to know what started that riot as much as fucking you do. Okay? And if I knew, I would tell you because that shit was not part of the plan. Okay? That was not part of the plan we had going in.
I get it. But I'll be honest with you. I'm more concerned about the gunshots. A fight in a parking lot is a fight in a parking lot.
Mm-hmm. And
a fucking fire, right? Apparently they're I'm hearing real mixed reports. Some people said that there was, single shots. Some people heard fucking automatic weapons.
There was definitely some.
They had a lot of weapons.
I will confirm. I did hear the automatic gunfire. Where that was from, I cannot tell you.
They were fucking armed. Like, shit, yeah.
But
Ugh.
yeah, but I
Alright.
wasn't outside when I heard it. So I went outside. I saw that the hunters had been
Alright.
engaged.
Alright.
So I took care of it as best I could. And of course, I alerted you that shit went south.
Glad you did.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So, you said there are no bodies, so I'm assuming people got killed.
Oh.
Yes.
There
The
was
three-
gunfire.
The 3
Right.
hunters are dead.
Well, the 3 that you know about. Okay.
Yeah, the 3 I've been tracking. Yes.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm assuming they're disposed of.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I'm a professional.
Not questioning your professionalism, Willow. I'm just
Yes,
crossing the T's, dotting the I's here.
Yes, all 3 of them are dead. None of those 3 are going to be walking around this city anytime soon.
I need another.
The lack of limbs.
I need another manipulation
One of
subterfuge
them
from
was
you.
fucking whisked away. Who knows where that motherfucker is?
Oh man, she is just Cadence.
You want to roll tonight?
With this particularly, yeah.
Good morning, Madison.
Yeah, no, that's another 7. And that is a crit, by the way. Yeah.
I'm looking at a crit too.
Shit!
He says, he kind of like narrows his eyes at you, Cadence. And he says, look, I don't care about. I think you guys did a good job. I think so shit got out of hand. I don't think this is going to be an issue. I don't think that we're going to have to deal with the fucking camis. I don't think they're going to start breathing down my neck about it. I think this got covered up as best as it could. But if there's an X factor, if you think you're putting something like, away for a rainy day here, this sort of shit is the kind of stuff that gets out of fucking hand.
That's fair. Well.
So, if there's something you're not telling me, I'm not breathing down your neck here. I'm not gonna fucking snap my fingers and call you on the phone. I just want to know what I need to be looking out for.
Okay. Thing you should look out for. They had some weird fucking equipment.
Yeah.
It did not survive, unfortunately, but to the best of our knowledge, they have a way, and I can't explain how it works, but of picking us out.
I mean, I could explain vaguely how it works, but
yeah.
He's like, we've been hearing things.
Yeah. We got our hands on some briefly, but it was just
compromised. We
couldn't keep it. I got a message from you guys know who Rudy is?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I imagine Cadence.
He's across the pond mainly, but we're starting to get bits and pieces out of what happened in London. And that tracks. They had gear there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we tried to take a look at it, but it was hot. So.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So if anything, what I would be worried about is that maybe something pinged before we took care of that shit, but We
I
got
don't
rid of
think
it
it
as
did.
fast as we could.
I kept it pretty secure. I'm
All right. All
not
right.
fucking around with that kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. I just want, if anything comes up, I'm here to work with you.
I got you.
This hunter
No problem.
shit is not to be fucked with.
Yeah.
It's really not.
All right.
No, we got that.
So okay. All right. We're putting a lid on it.
Okay.
Cool.
It's done. You heard anything about Madison yet?
Nah.
I did.
Please.
Is he
fucking
dead?
Tell us.
I don't know. But what I heard was weird.
Oh my god.
Okay. Please, because
It's
we've been trying to puzzle this out for
like
weeks.
This pinch was weird.
I
Alright.
don't have much, but I'm doing you due courtesy. I heard that he is involved. That he's showing up in the ledgers of European harpies.
The fuck?
Willow starts to laugh a little. She's just like, oh no.
Oh no.
That's where
He's like, I don't know. He's involved in some fucking boon trading.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Madison. You
Ugh.
son of a bitch.
My brain is not capable of processing.
He's
that
like,
at this
I don't know what it
moment.
means, but that's what I've heard.
All right.
Alright. No problem.
Well,
All right,
thanks for
I got
that.
shit to do, ladies.
Bye.
Peace.
All right. So you guys have any business that you want to take care of before leaving the club?
Is there anything else I want to do before I get the fuck out of this club? No, not that I could think of right now. I think I'm ready to get out of this club so I can tell Cadence what I had heard had just occurred.
Okay. All right. So, do you guys head back to the warehouse?
Yeah.
Head back to the Prius. Head back to the warehouse.
We start looking around for fucking.
Yeah,
oh,
we
yeah,
should probably, like, ask.
I like asked the bartender, like, have you seen a guy? He's like 6'2".
He's like-
He has a fucked up face.
You're like, no, he got picked up.
Cool. By who?
Banu Hakim
Mm-hmm.
guy.
Oh, his appointment, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Rough figure. Hope he knows what he's doing.
So is that Banu Hakim a new deputy or what?
Don't know. He's been doing cam shit.
So then we know to keep away. Gotcha.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mm.
Oh, good luck to that guy.
Yeah, he raises his glasses like, to your health. His health.
Thanks.
Yeah. Fuck. they're just outside the club like, maybe we just go home? I mean, we can text him.
Yeah, let's just go home. I am not like
Yeah.
Yeah. So back at the warehouse, Roman, you're able to get in. Like Ileana lets you in when you show up because I don't think you've been like handed the keys yet.
Sure.
But she lets you in, and while you're waiting for your other friends to show up, she says, "Anything going on? What's the situation out there?"
Oh, nobody seems to know anything going on. What's going on? I had my little meeting with the prince.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
fa- fancy.
indeed. Yeah,
He's like, I am super glad that I am not on that particular radar.
fuck you. I've been here for a month and nobody's bothered me until last fucking night.
You
My
stick your
fault.
neck out, man. It gets on the chopping block.
Yep, yep. Ugh.
So how do you feel about what went down last night?
He gets very somber. Um, not good.
Me neither. Although I think we might have different reasons.
So too. What are yours? If you don't mind my asking.
No, I don't mind. So you you up on the mythology, Roman?
Oh, uh, a little bit. I got bits and pieces from my sire.
Well,
I probably
if
don't have the Sabat perspective on the Sabat.
she kind of chuckles and she says, "Well, Roman, I'm the kind of Sabbat that if the Sabbat ever really found out what kind of Sabbat I was, they'd probably stake me and leave me for the sun. That's one of the reasons I'm out."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
She says, "I'll just lay it on the line for you, Roman. I am a loving disciple of our Dark Mother Lilith."
For sure. Uh, and uh,
She just kind of
what does that entail exactly?
so much. But in terms of what happened last night, we who follow her in her way, uh, we it might be a semantic thing. It might be just kind of a lie we tell ourselves. But when we're baptized, when we're brought into the dark garden, we no longer consider ourselves children of Cain. We wash ourselves of that burden, at least in our own minds. And one of the key differences between Cain and Lilith is that Cain's existence is defined at its very core by murder, whereas our Dark Mother's existence is defined by suffering. And not suffering for its own sake, not meaningless, pointless suffering, but the kind of suffering that teaches you something. And so we who follow her way, unless we have no other option or there are very compelling spiritual reasons, we don't kill. We don't indulge in the part of us that is Cain. So
See,
that's why I don't like what happened last night. So why don't you like what happened last night?
think we're about to differ
All
a
right.
little bit, maybe.
I'm used to it.
Sure. I had a life. I lived pretty solid 28 years, and then I died. When I died, what right? How does that give me the right to make toys out of them, out of the ones that are still alive? I'm dead. I had my turn. Let them have theirs. I'll feed. Sure, don't get me wrong. But they're people. They're human beings. They got thoughts. They got families. They got jobs. They got everything. They got what they need to live.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. You're right. But we shouldn't come along and treat them like toys just because we can. Our disciplines are for food. They're there to hunt.
She
That's
kind of
really,
she kind of smiles.
at
She
their
says,
core, that is what those abilities help us do.
"You're not wrong." She's like, You know what? I'm a. If you want, I have our literature on the subject. If you wanna
Love her.
give it a read, but
I got our Lord
I'm
and
not gonna
Savior
push it on
with.
you.
A pamphlet.
I love
Well,
her.
more like a scripture.
Mm-hmm.
But interesting. There's some interesting stuff about our disciplines and where they come from and how they should be used. You might be intrigued. Not gonna push it on you.
Sure.
But no. I
That,
understand. I understand your perspective, and I don't necessarily disagree with your perspective. It's just, is it? Are you are you treating them like a toy if they come out the other side better for it?
they never come out the other side better for it.
And she just kind of smiles and says, "I've seen it
Greatest.
happen."
Let me ask you. So, a an author, an aspiring artist of some stripe,
Mm-hmm.
develops a cocaine habit so that he can do his work.
Sure.
Makes millions of dollars. Does all kinds of great stuff. Has a cocaine habit. Is he better off for it?
It
We
depends.
we are a cocaine habit on the artist of humanity. I don't know. That's the best way I could put it. Seems nice at first. Seems sexy. Seems cool. But it's not because we're going to outlive them. Some part of their brain will never forget us.
She smiles and says, "I get what you're putting down. And like I said, you're not wrong. You're not wrong that the children of Cain are a bad, terrible blight on this world. You're not wrong about the children of Cain."
That said, I don't think we inherently deserve to die. I think I think there is good that is possible. It is within the realm of possibility that we could do with our gifts. I haven't seen it yet.
I get it. I understand. But hey, we supposedly have all the time in the world.
Only if you're smart.
I'll leave you with this, Roman. Challenge accepted.
All right.
God, I fucking love her.
So this is about when the Prius pulls up into the parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
and Cadence and Willow make your way back into the Haven.
Hello.
Actually,
Hello.
before they head in,
Okay.
but after Willow is done driving,
Okay.
she's parked
Oh,
the
God.
car. Kane's just gonna be like, okay, like I don't want to piss you off,
Oh
or
God, what are you
anything.
gonna say?
Like, it's been on my mind since I woke up, and so
Okay.
like I am not like pissed that you killed anyone. Like some people just need to get dead. That's the long and the short of it. But
God, I think you're the first person that said that to me since I left LA.
I mean, you know me. I have no problem wiping the floor with bitches if the floor needs to get wiped with bitches. But that's another thing. It's just the reason
I
I
keep going, go on.
the reason I don't like what happened is because and maybe I didn't do a good job of explaining. I know I'm not the best with words. I'm not like you or Madison who do this thing, but I because we didn't know the level of the threat. We didn't know specifically. Yeah, those guys were just stooges, but we didn't know that. And like I feel like I was trying to say that we needed to approach this with the utmost like caution, like 30-foot poles, not 10-foot poles. And uh, like, was I not clear enough? Did you just did you not trust that I didn't know what I was talking about? Like, how do
I
I'm worried that even though it doesn't matter that they themselves are dead, but what I was
You're
it's
worried about the consequences of
the
me
consequences.
killing those
And what
guys.
if they hadn't? What if they hadn't been just stooges?
I would have felt way less confident if I had not known that Alex had been fucking around playing this little fucking game with those guys for, I don't know, months, years. They knew. They had a face, and they knew that we were fucking with him. Under any other circumstance, fuck them. Those guys knew us. They almost got your phone. Good thing I shot it.
Yeah,
They still got it.
but
I took a
out
shot because
out
Alex was never going to.
but out of the three of us, I'm the only one who's I mean, tonight being the fucking exception, but up until tonight, I was the only one of us who'd seen what real, actual fucking magic looks like and experienced what it can do. And that's what I was scared of. And I was trying to
Keep
that
us out
that
of it.
yeah,
Sorry, kittens.
yeah. So all I'm asking is that I don't care if you kill folks, but if just trust me when it comes to things that I've actually done and actually experienced. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Okay.
I didn't mean you. Right now, you're feeling like I don't take you seriously, right? Is that what you're trying to say to me?
You didn't.
That I didn't take what you had to say with
Yeah,
any weight.
exactly.
I'm sorry, Cadence.
Yeah, not that you in general don't take me seriously, because I think I got a pretty good picture of how you feel about me on a normal basis. It's just that one incident.
I mean, I'm not gonna fucking shoot anyone else again. Fuck.
Well, I mean, some people need to get
Apparently,
shot.
If I didn't think I could, if I didn't think I could cleanly take care of it, I wouldn't have done it.
Hmm.
I had an opportunity to clean up a problem that Alex had neglected for months
Mm-hmm.
and that we were actively dealing with. I saw the shot
Mm-hmm.
and I took it.
Okay.
And if Alex wants me to be the bad guy for it, fine.
This isn't about Alex. Like I said, I do not care that they themselves are dead. Okay.
I mean, I'll take you seriously in the future in regards to magic shit. I have a lot of issues with it, and so I should probably take you more seriously.
Okay.
You are blessed by a god, she says, and she turns off the
Oh my
Prius.
god, don't fucking remind me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
Some people have a magical destiny. Wow. You and Alex. Wow, wow, wow.
You probably got one too at this point. We just don't fucking know what it is yet.
I don't think so, Cadence. Magical destinies are for people who still have souls.
And you think I have a fucking soul. That's a good
Who
one.
knows?
But anyway, also, just if I can make just a general suggestion, next time we do anything like this, we're totally like spending 20 minutes to talk about contingency plans beforehand, just so we're all on the same page.
Oh, baby, you roll hard and you roll fast. Come on. And she opens the door to the back of the building.
All right.
Yeah, so you two
Hello.
roll in,
Back.
head down. It looks like Roman and Ileana are in the conversation pit area.
Glad to
Oh,
see you
look,
didn't
they're
burn
getting
it down
on.
when we were gone.
It's a nice place. Why would we burn it down?
I don't know.
I don't know. Things tend to catch fire around these people.
Like you forgot you had something in the fucking microwave. I don't know what you'd be fucking
What the
microwaving,
fuck is
but
she microwaving?
I don't know. It was just a question or a suggestion. Ugh.
Good to see you got home. So I heard someone came and picked you up. What was that like? More importantly, what was he like?
Who, the guy that picked me up?
Yeah, can you just give me a brief description?
I don't know, some guy in a suit. Who cares?
Okay. All right, thanks. So helpful. I'm just worried about something.
He was a Cammy stooge. They said he was Mikhail Middle Eastern guy. He wasn't a big scary Nosferatu, if that's what you're asking.
Almost worse.
Well,
So, how'd you feel about the dear Lady Prince?
oh my God, she came out of a shark.
Oh, she did that too.
Is that's her usual?
Well, we saw her swimming about.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was a huge shark, biggest shark I've ever seen in my life. And to be fair, I haven't seen a lot of big sharks, but giant shark. It opens its mouth and she comes swimming right out like it's a fucking it's a fucking stage show.
Oh,
Anyway,
she's so fucking pretty. It makes me want to die.
she's all right. Not really my type.
Oh.
Yeah.
In any case, we had words. It wasn't much.
What'd you say? Just don't cause trouble, don't be trouble.
Yeah, won't start none.
Won't
be none. Yeah.
Fair.
So how you feeling now about the Atlanta situation?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Oh.
Do you fucking see where we're coming from now?
Yeah, no, that guy walked in, the Middle Eastern fella. He walked in. Everybody got quiet. Everybody saw him. And he went up to the bar.
And no one fucking
and
said
no
anything.
one did a goddamn thing.
Yep.
You see how fucking whack that shit is?
Yeah, why did no one do a goddamn thing?
Half of the anarchs are fucking.
Cool.
They have.
You know what? Yeah, no, that makes sense. I see what's going on.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I'm gonna go to Elysium, and I'm just gonna go up to the bartender, and I'm gonna tell him to do whatever the fuck I want him to.
No, you're not. You see, because if we did that, the cam would throw shit.
Yeah,
they can do it to us.
I would expect them to.
Yeah, no. You want to know what they requested of us when we asked to cross through their territory to get to other anarch shit in the city? They make us pay a fucking toll.
Yeah, it's whack. I'm glad that face tells me. I'm pretty sure how all of us feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking insane.
And are we the only anarchs in the whole goddamn city who feel this way?
Okay, so we got a few people on board right now. And now that you're like in the club, you've done the whole thing. Willow, do you mind if I just spiel here?
Oh, go ahead. I'm gonna pull up a chair and think about all the things I've done wrong.
Okay, alrighty.
Okay.
So the ministry up in Vinings, they're on the level. We're cool with them.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not cool with them, but we as a collective are cool with them. We got some street level folks who a little bit dissatisfied, but the kicker is that the Baron's got his gooey ventru fingers inside all the gang leaders' brains. He's got them dominated or bloodbound or something, so the people who actually have power to stand up to him don't, because they keep the rabble in line, you see. And we're like 90% sure he's like actually a cami, but the one guy who can confirm that is currently apparently fucking things up overseas, so not much we can do about that.
All right.
But of course, we have no way of confirming whether or not he's a fucking cami.
Ileana says, are we gonna tell him about the fucking mushrooms?
Oh yeah, that too.
There's so much to talk about. Take a seat. Do you want to sit in my beanbag chair?
He's already sitting down, Willow.
I do not. I'm couched is fine.
Okay.
Okay, so and this is where it gets really fucking weird, and that's why I said like, some of the shit you're gonna experience, we aren't responsible for. We're just in the thick of it. So, they've like infected all the cam, I think specifically, has infected most of the humans with those weird. Remember how I said that there were spirits, but they were not like ghost spirits?
Yeah.
So those, but they don't hurt people, but if basically when, so sorry dude, this might come as a shock to you, but these things that are in the people get into us and come, what was it, Scott, what month was it?
June.
June?
Summer solstice is the projected time.
Yeah, come June, these wax spirits that we've ingested are going to burst forth from us like fucking cordyceps and make us walk into the sun.
Yep. She saw it in a vision.
And yeah, and yeah.
Yeah, remember when we talked about the eye problem? You remember that?
The eye problem.
How there's 2 eye problems, and one of them is infirm.
I thought you were talking about eye problem.
I don't know if it's
not a joke.
No,
I honestly don't know if it's that other eye would. Like, these seem to be pretty separate.
All right, well,
like spirits, not demons. Spirits.
You know, I feel like maybe there's a little bit of overlap.
I mean, I don't know. Like, there are good spirits too. Apparently, I got one attached to me.
All right, well, I got.
It's the claws.
I have some local family. I don't know to what extent they are aware or involved.
Oh my god. We tell them about the cordyceps and suddenly there's another group that we can count on.
That was along the lines of what I was thinking.
That is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. She's so excited.
Oh, dude, you have no idea.
Because that definitely, that's something that...
Because, like, right now we need people, but it's hard to get people when
everybody is
a fucking brain slave.
And now, real quick, and Roman might not even know this, the Hecata are still pretty independent, right?
Yeah. I mean, as a unit, the Hecata, well, I mean, they've not made super a lot of friends. Out in the world. So the whole idea of the Hecata is shit's getting crazy. We need more
close ranks.
We need to close ranks, get more strength behind us so that we as a unit can make it through this.
Sounds good. All right.
Yeah,
So
so
that
right,
seems like a pretty good. Seems like a pretty good.
yeah. And we're also betting that whatever the upper echelons of the cam are doing, because like if they're not going to feed on the humans that are infected with this shit. But do you think they're going to share those uninfected humans with their little peons running around the streets?
Yeah.
Bullshit. So
So
once
there's a
we
good
get more
chance.
proof, we're going to leak it to the low ranking cam members that this is going on and hope the problem takes care of itself on that end as well.
There's a pretty solid chance that all of us are already infected.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
there's no
mean,
way.
yeah. I was trying because like when I found out about this, I was taking some pains to maybe take a bite out of some out of towners before they got a chance to like drink the tap water. But after last night, I'm 90% certain there's another one in me.
Cool.
So Ileana, she speaks up. She says, "So, I have something.
Uh-huh.
I've been working on a little project that might push us in a direction."
Okay.
Okay.
She's like, "So Willow, you know how I asked for like a little place out in the backyard of your
Yeah.
place?
Yeah.
Um, my garden's coming in, and I think, can we go?
You want to go to my house?
Yeah, I want to show you guys something.
I mean,
I
sure.
was really kind of hoping that Alex would be awake, but um,
Oh, is
I
he
can,
Well,
still?
yeah, like I've checked in on him a couple of times.
If he's
He's
not up by
yeah,
tomorrow night, then we'll
yeah,
start worrying.
we'll figure it out. But yeah, no, I think we should. I kind of want to get your guys' opinion on what I've got going on.
Okay.
cool. I've kind of wanted to show my house off to Cadence recently because I just kind of like to show off a little bit.
Oh,
Makes me
yeah.
feel good.
I would have never guessed.
Listen, I get in my Prius. I'll tell you guys about it on the drive.
Okay.
I found out some pretty rough shit. Kind of sad about it.
Okay.
I'm even more sad about learning that Mikhail is fucking hanging around. That's tough shit for me. Yeah, that's the guy, Cadence. Do you remember him?
Oh yeah, no, the one who
I think
he and his other
we pulled him out of a window.
Like tried to like assassinate us in the street.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
Wait, they tried to assassinate you in the street?
Well, not us specifically. I think they were there because Garcia was in town, so they were after him, and we just happened to be caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
Oh.
And,
Wait, you had him caught?
Well, we were with some people not willing to murder, so yeah, he's just.
Yeah, no, even I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I totally should have offed him.
Should have hacked that guy's head off.
See, he's already an improvement over Madison.
Oh, fuck.
So, you guys make your way over to Willow's house.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty it's pretty nice, right, Willow?
Yeah, it's nice.
So it's a nice area, nice sort of renovated, multi-story house in the city. But Ileana sort of leads you back out into the garden, which she's kind of like hemmed off a portion of the backyard where she's been doing some stuff. And she's kind of got like a loose netting over it, so it doesn't get a lot of sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
But it still is sort of loosely covered. And she says like, okay, so
I'm ready.
she kind of opens the tarp to it, and there's just like this thick blanket of flowers and shrubs. It's all very like low level cut to the ground. But after a few moments of looking at it, you can tell that it's very loosely arranged like a map of Atlanta.
What's all this?
She says, "The Dark Mother provides." And she says,
Yeah, she does apparently.
Uh-huh.
well, she says, well,
Mm-hmm.
she helps those who help herself. And she pulls a like a spritzer bottle, that like has like liquid fertilizer stuff in it.
Hmm.
And she opens it up and like bites her hand and bleeds some blood into it, and then
Um,
closes it up, shakes it up, and says, "So this is kind of tapped into like the geomancy. Am I talking French here?
yeah.
Okay, well, okay, the general magical layout of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So a couple nights ago, she like points out at like some of the flowers. Those bloomed, so that told me that it was ready.
Hmm.
So, and she starts to like go around, spritzing around the edge of it, and like spritzing all over. And when she's done, she comes back, and then she just sort of opens the bottle up, and just pours the remaining of it into like the center point of the city. And you see like the sort of mix of blood and water and like granular plant matter starts to go along the major like road arteries that have been laid out. And then two spots on the map, uh, these bright red flowers just night bloom.
Fuck. So that's nifty, but what does that actually mean?
Who
He says
are
like,
they?
these are the two biggest mystical hotspots, at least in terms of our kind of magic.
Okay.
And she says, and she pulls out a like a little like road map of the city, and leans it out before you two, and you're able to with her sort of correspond that one of them is uh, roughly in the area of the botanical gardens
Mm.
Oh.
in Piedmont Park, and
Okay.
the other is in the Emory area of town
Hmm.
where the CDC is.
Mm. If you'll excuse me all for one moment.
Well,
Mm.
we're actually gonna end right now.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
She'll be back.
She'll be back. All right. Yeah. So anyway, well, we could
Okay.
continue for a little bit then.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So she says like, so that's what I've been doing.
Huh.
Oh man. Fuck. One of these much more accessible than the other.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
I suppose I that reminds me, I actually have to make some phone calls anyway. Um,
yeah.
I need to get in touch with some people. Um, this was all real fucking weird. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so uh, you guys have a great evening. Um, I'll keep in touch,
Mm-hmm.
but
No problem.
yeah, there's something I gotta look into.
Okay. So Roman splits after this.
Yeah, I'm about to go.
Some phone calls to make.
I'm like, that's all real weird and cool. But I I've got a number of different people I need to call and get in touch with on some level, and uh, I'll send you some stuff uh,
Okay.
after that regarding.
All right. So
Sounds good.
so Roman heads off. And Willow, Cadence, and Ileana are left in this sort of dark garden. Uh, and so, does anybody have anything they want to say before we call it for the evening?
Do you guys want to stay at my house? Do you want to see the inside?
I mean, obviously efficient for compliments, so yeah, sure, why not?
It's so clean in there. I am This is great. You guys have to see my
Okay.
All right,
All
if
right.
you
And
insist.
all right. Well, that is where we're gonna end it off tonight with Roman running the fuck away from this weird shit, and Cadence, Willow, and Ileana just having a nice little tour of the house.
It's so clean. This
Oh
is
man.
night and day from what her house was like when you guys first saw it. Like, there's
This is a
no
different
glass
house,
on the
right?
floor. Yeah, it's a different house. That
Yeah.
other house, no good.
Yeah, give
This
it
one,
time.
there's no glass on the floor. Like, it's clean. It's great.
All
Cadence
right.
is
Well,
actually impressed.
cool. All right. Well, thank you guys very much for playing. This was a fun kind of getting shit done game. I want to thank everyone out there for watching. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it. Definitely want to thank all of the patrons at Simulacra Studio. Does anyone have anything they'd like to plug before we head out?
Um, as always, I'm going to remind folks that if you like a lot of the art that's circulating here, especially in the title cards and we'll be right back cards, I do that. That's my art. I take commissions. You can find me at MCK Does Art on Facebook. So I would love to draw things for you if you have things you want drawn. My rates are reasonable and my skill is, I think, pretty good.
Yeah, nope. I
Mhm.
have no complaints
For
with what
sure.
you've done for me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. You can check out some of the stuff I GM over at twitch.tv/surprise round RPG. We do all kinds of games. I ran a Blades in the Dark game, just finished up with a Masks the Next Generation game, and they're all in a pretty interesting visual style that is all done. It's all handled within Roll20, and I highly encourage that people check that out. I put a lot of work into it, and it's good stuff. And I've got more stuff coming soon. We did character creation for X Crawl, which I'm going to be running probably in June if I'm being realistic. Um, and we're going to be getting started on that real soon.
awesome.
So come on by.
Anything from you, Mo?
Man, guys, I ain't got nothing going on. Come on. This
All
is
right.
it.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you once again for watching. Everybody, thank you for playing. I especially want to thank Miss Mo Ferrer, Mr. James Davey, Mr. David Haddad, Mr. Eric Ramos, Mr. Michael Tyson, my $5 patrons who keep the lights on and thus I love you. If you want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/Simulacra Studios. You can subscribe here on Twitch. You can follow us on YouTube and Twitters and all that good stuff at Simulacra RPGs on Twitter. And you can help us improve the channel, improve the show. Who wants to lead us in the traditional exit this time?
I think I did last time.
You
and
did.
So I think McKenna does it because I think before me it was Austin. So
No, I think it was Alex
I don't
before
know
you.
if I don't know if I've done it yet.
Okay.
you haven't?
All right. Well, if I'm being nominated, I will more than happily do the countdown. So on three, 1, 2, 3.
Fuck
Fuck
Nazis.
Nazis.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.